All right, Thursday night, man. I love Thursday night. Thursday night, folks. Silver Fox Fitness Club. I hope everybody's
Hello.
how you doing? How you doing? Hope
Good.
everybody's doing well today. And Miss Yvette, how you doing?
Good. Good. I'm happy to be here. Missed you guys last Thursday, but I'm back tonight.
That's
So
okay. And we missed you too. We missed you
yeah.
too. We missed you too. And also we got a special guest. We have this brother right here, Mr. David Copeland. I've been posting his fitness bench and stuff like that. And this guy been helping a lot of people. As you can see, he's on the road driving, and he's
Yeah,
driving
I just
safe,
wanted to
driving
say, guys,
safely.
look at that. He's on the road
He's
driving. He still found the
he's
time to connect with us.
hey, one thing about truck drivers, we know how to multitask. We do know how to do
Yes,
that.
look at
So
that.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. So
Thank you for having me.
he's driving safely, and he's making a difference in making a difference in America. Hauling what you hauling on the back of that truck?
Right now I got alcohol, like 40,000 pounds of alcohol. I might stop after the show and just have a shot, crack the back and have a shot.
Wow. So the people that love to drink, like I just started. Hey man, we definitely love you. We definitely love you.
Right, I'm gonna make sure you got it. I'm gonna get it to the store for you.
Well, we appreciate you being on the road, my man, doing your
Yeah,
thing.
Thank you,
Also,
brother.
out there.
the problem. Also, David, he's a personal trainer as well, and also he's like I said, he invented this fitness bench, and it is blowing up. And yeah, this man, David, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm only 61.
61 years old,
Notice
and
he
Only
he
said
61.
only
only.
61 years old. And as you can see, he does not look like your typical truck driver. They think our truck drivers got this huge belly, can barely get up in the truck. As you can see,
Right,
he's
right,
not. This is a brother that works out all the time. So, David,
right.
we're gonna go ahead and let you tell the people who you are, and then we're gonna get into everything about the bench, everything about what are you doing and stuff like that. You can go ahead, tell us about you.
Uh, okay, my name is David Copeland. I'm originally from Oakland, California. I reside in Arizona now. I'm not only a personal trainer, but I'm a recruiter for my trucking company and also a trainer. And I've been doing this probably for almost 10 years now. And just trying to get people to be more aware of their health while they're out here on this road and
Mm-hmm.
become more conscientious of what they eating in these truck stops and
Mm-hmm.
getting in the truck and driving.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's
Oh
great.
wow. So when you train people, like I know, like I seen, also folks, he has a Instagram page and he also has a Facebook page. That's how I came across David. I've been following him for I guess a little bit over 2 years now. And what really caught my attention about him is that he was at a truck stop passing out these meals to truck drivers, these healthy meals. And I'm like, oh wow, this is something else. Do you still do that sometimes?
No, I haven't got any more meals from them. I think
Okay.
they kind of slowed up, but
Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
meals is really healthy for the drivers. Um,
Hmm.
it was different than what you buy in Pilot or Flying J or something. Or matter of
Hmm.
fact, I just stopped at a petrol a little while ago to weigh my load, and I was gonna get something to eat. I was gonna get some vegetables and some potatoes, and I smelled that pork chop they had, and my stomach just started hurting. I'm like, man, I'm out of here. The smell of it made my stomach start hurting. So yeah,
Yeah. And for people that don't really know about the trucking industry, as truck driver, we have a hard time finding places to park. And when we go to the truck stop, a lot of times we got to go to the truck stop and pretty much get that overpriced food that's not good and eat it. And a lot of us, we don't really have time to stop at grocery stores because we do stop at grocery stores. Sometimes it's a hard time trying to find some place to park these big old rigs. So a lot of times we got to eat and go. And a lot of times the stuff we grab is not healthy. So I definitely understand that, and and we try to eat healthy, but sometimes that fruit, I know they have some fruit. The fruit is old, it's overpriced. I'm not gonna pay $5 for fruit that look brown.
right, right,
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. And
right.
that's how they go. So David, let's talk about your bench, man. I had
Man,
posted a picture that you was by you. So was you on Shark Tank, or was kind of like audition for it for Shark Tank?
actually, I auditioned for it, and
Hmm.
then COVID came in, so they shut
Yeah.
everything down. And so
Yeah.
I just haven't had time to reapply and
Mm-hmm.
to go back on this to try to get on the show. But that was kind of cool though because I recreated my fitness bench because what I tried to do from the beginning is make it easy for us truck drivers because I know
Mm-hmm.
want anything heavy. We don't want anything bulky. We don't want to, you know, deal with after working all day, pick something up that's heavy and bring it out our truck and work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to bring my sleds at first, and my sleds are really heavy, and I used to put it on the back of my truck. And when my downtime, I used to break it out and work. And so when I didn't get a chance to go on Shark Tank, I said I need to redefine this bench. And so
Mm-hmm.
now I made them portable so they could fold over, and you could basically get the same exercise you can with my sleds, but you just can't push it.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
David, tell us for everybody that's listening out and everybody that's on. We're saying a lot about a bench and redesigning it and everything. So, tell us a little bit about what the bench is capable, what it does, how you can potentially train someone on the bench, or how you train people on the bench.
Okay, my bench is approximately 50 inches when it's laid out.
Mm-hmm.
It also fold up so you can add more dimensions of exercises like elevated push-ups or back arm dips. I created it because I used to see Mayweather do stand-up setups, and somebody used to always hold his legs. So I
Mm-hmm.
used to say to myself, "Man, that's a hell of an exercise he's doing." But if in fact that he could make a platform where he don't need anyone to hold his legs, that'd be awesome. So
Okay.
I told my friends I'm gonna invent one. They like, oh yeah, there you go, Dave, with another bright idea. I'm like, no, bro, I'm really invent
Mm-hmm.
one, and that's how it started. And so, what you can actually do on it is a stand-up sit-up. You can do sissy squats. You could do elevated burpees, elevated push-ups, back arm dips, leg lifts. You can work with weights and do curls. You can work with resistant bands and do back arms, forearms, curl. There's so many different exercises you can do. You can do about 40 different variations of exercises with
Mm-hmm.
the bench. And
Okay.
the bench only weighs 25 pounds.
So
So you can
basically,
pick
you
it up.
can get a full body workout on the bench.
Oh, there's no question. Every exercise that I have someone do, I try to I have them do not only a full body workout, but a multi joint and a multi muscle exercise with every revelation of a stand up sit up. You do one stand up sit up, you're working from your calves to your thighs to your glutes to your core. You know, if you're working with weights, then you're doing your upper shoulders.
Okay.
So, and your upper chest. So I try to have them do multi joint exercises.
Oh
Gotcha.
wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! And we seen one incident where you was doing it inside of a pool. That was when I told Yvette to look at it. That's the first thing that caught our eye. You was doing the exercise inside of a pool with your bench. Wow! Wow!
Right. Well, I started there because I trained basketball players, you know, junior high school, and some guys that play football. And then I started training my boxers the same way. Because what it do is it allowed them to start learning in their mind how to control their lungs. Our
Mm-hmm.
lungs are
You must be going through a bad area.
and you
Mm-hmm.
do 10 bench presses. So when
Mm-hmm.
you do go up under the water and do 10 bench presses, and then you have to stand up and do a shoulder press. What it do when you're under the water, it teaches you how to slow your breathing down. It teaches you how to control your breathing. So when you're on the basketball court, football court, or in the ring, you can take that deep breath and then just really control your breathing.
Wow! Wow! And also on this bench, I noticed you had resistant bands on there too. So you have a connection where you can put the resistant bands as you. I know when you was coming up, you was doing curls and you was going back down. It's kind of like a squat on his
A
bench.
60
It's
squat.
almost like you're doing like a sissy squat. His
Mm-hmm.
body, yeah. So he hitting a lot of his quads and hamstrings doing that, and also I'm pretty sure you definitely hitting a lot of your lower back muscles as well
Oh
as you
yeah.
doing the motion of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so when I introduce it to truck drivers, I try to tell them this is what we need. This is what we need out here. I'm trying to be the first person that introduced fitness into the transportation industry.
Yeah.
So we
Mhm.
we got over what 2 million truck drivers in the United States, and it's
Mhm.
over a $10 billion industry, and fitness is a $2 billion industry. So put them into industries together and really promote it for the health and fitness of our drivers, because it seems like nobody care. You
Yeah,
know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
nobody really care.
Yeah. And also, this bench is not just for truck drivers. It's for anybody that wants to work out, because he also trains. I know he has like a, well, I guess like a boot camp, right? When you at home, because I know you be at the park and you have a lot of your benches lined up and you have a lot of your clients doing the same
Right,
exercise. So it's not
right,
just for truck drivers, it's for anybody. Yeah.
correct. It started
Yeah.
off for truck drivers, for the love of truck drivers, because I was working out one day at a truck stop, and an older gentleman came and said, "Man," he said, "that's good, young man. You need to keep working out." And he said, "Because if you look up the top 10 health problems for truck drivers, you will see that you need this." And I
Mm.
looked up the top 10 health problems for truck drivers. I almost quit on the spot. I'm like, "Oh, hell no, man. I'm not going to do this the rest of my life. I'm going to kill myself." Yeah. I mean, we fighting diabetes, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, bad back, bad digestive system, from
Mhm.
sitting down all day and we eat, and our digestive system is not digesting our food correctly. And
Right.
so when we do finally have a bowel movement, everything is compressed and packed up, and your stomach hurt. We facing
Mhm.
blood clots and gout in our arms and hands and stuff. I'm like, man, I don't want to die on the road. I don't want to die on the road like that. But I
And
said, instead of running from the problem, me being a trainer, let me try to address the problem. And
Right.
mhm.
that's when I started coming out with the fitness bench.
Yeah. And
So
for
do
the people,
oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. No, no,
So
no.
when you find yourself out there, either on the road or back in back at home when you're promoting it, do you find a lot of the truck drivers are open and receptive to either purchasing one or trying it out? What's your turnaround on that?
I sold so many benches at truck stops, and every time that I would make a bunch, I would always give one away.
Oh,
I
okay.
would I would do a Facebook live post, say, hey, whatever truck drivers around this area, if you come work out for me for 30 minutes, you're
Oh,
gonna get
that's
a free
awesome.
bench. Yeah, because this is what I did it for. This is why I started it, because I knew I had to help us drivers who don't have a way. I have a lady friend. She on my Facebook page. She from Canada, and she used to watch my videos. And she contacted me one day, and she told me I'd be so depressed out here on the road. I
Mm,
don't have anything to do. She said, I want to try one of your benches out. And so I met her at Love's in Arizona, and I sold her a bench and worked out with her. A week later, she texted me back and said, I feel so much better now. I don't feel anxiety. She said, I don't feel trapped and confined in this truck
that's
because I
awesome.
can get out here and exercise. You helped save my life.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
testimony.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely.
Praise God
Definitely.
for
Yeah.
it.
so when
Yeah.
you have somebody tell you that you helped save their life, and I mean, I came from the street. I came from doing negative things and being in trouble all the time. And so when somebody look to you and say, man, you helped save my life,
That's awesome.
Wow.
that that's crazy. I'm like, me, you
He,
know,
he, he got me tearing up.
Mhm. Yeah.
because I know, man, when you're on this road, you know, I can understand what David's talking about. 'Cause when you're on the road, it's lonely. We talk on the phone, it's lonely, we get depressed, we eat, there's a lot we be going through, a lot of stuff we thinking about. We thinking about our families, we thinking about this, and then when you, especially now with social media, you see so much stuff of truck drivers dying in their trucks.
Wow.
The customers looking for their load, they can't find their load. So a lot of trucks have trackers on there, so they'll track the truck, and the truck will be probably the rest stop or the rest area. The driver died inside his sleeper, Sleep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when she said that, I definitely understand that, because that's something that I always thought about. And my wife used to always tell me, she like, I really hate that you be gone so much, and you really need to take care of your health, because there's a lot of truck drivers, man, they will actually have a stroke while they driving,
Mm.
you know. So sometimes it's okay, sometimes it ain't. But what you doing, man, you really, really are changing the culture of trucking, man. And I appreciate it, bro. That's why I've been following you so much. And that's why I had to get you on here to talk about your bench, man, because you are helping a lot of people. And
Right.
for the people that just logged on, tell him again how old you are, David.
Man, I'm only 61 and counting. I forgot to tell you early, 61 and counting. And counting. I'm still counting. I ain't gave up yet.
Wow,
So,
wow, 61 years old, and he's still doing his thing.
and
So
counting.
and that's what I like about the Civil Fights Fitness Club. Back in the day, we didn't really see people, the 61 that works out and stuff like that. Now we
Right.
seeing it. We seeing it,
Mhm.
and it's a great thing, man. It is a great thing right there.
And I think
So
we're stereotyped to like not to, our ancestors, because people, when they say, oh, you don't look 61, or oh, you don't look 50, or you don't look 40. So it makes you think like, so what does that look like? What does 61 look like? Or are we going
mhm,
back to thinking of when our ancestors, and, they weren't as healthy as we were, and they didn't have the means to, work out and do the things that we're doing now. Of course, I feel like they ate a lot better back,
yeah,
than we are eating today. But,
yeah,
you know, everything is evolving, technology, everything. Fitness is really booming right now, and people are more conscious, health conscious, and really trying to take care of themselves.
yeah.
So,
Now, David, now that since you're a truck driver, when do you have time to exercise and stuff like that? When do you exercise, like being on the road?
Like I'm running teams right now.
Okay.
Um, I really don't be on the road as much as I used to,
Hmm.
but we run a lot of FedEx loads. We just came from Indiana. So what we do is when we get to Indiana, drop the trailer, we won't pick up a load until the next morning. So I
Okay.
have time to break my bench out and get me a quick little workout in. 45 minutes, all I need. Go inside, use their shower. They got nice facilities. So we run to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Indiana, Oregon, Ohio, and Henderson, Nevada. So all of them have facilities where we can shower. And so we moving constantly. So I don't have the time like I used to have. But every time I'm out here, we go to that work out.
Hmm.
I work out in the yard or I work out at my house.
Hmm. Hmm.
he's hit
There you
us.
go. Yeah, you hit a bad
My
spot.
stroke,
Hmm.
I was like, man, I'm doing
Hmm.
everything to take care of myself, but why am I having a stroke? But it runs in the
Yeah.
family. My father had 4 bypass surgeries, um, and my mother, she had a stroke and died years later from the complications from a stroke.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
started seeing like 6 and 9 of everything. I'm like, man, it's not that many trees over here in my neighborhood. And my head started hurting. So I just pulled over and waited for about 20 minutes and I felt better. And I went back to the house. I told my girl, I said, baby, the weirdest thing happened to me. My eyes started messing up and I seen like 6 of everything. And she said, let's go. I'm like, where are we going? You going to urgent care? And I went to urgent care. They ran tests on me and immediately took me to the hospital. Said, hey, man, you just had a stroke, man. I'm like, what? A
Wow.
stroke? Me, I feel healthy. I eat good.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
work out. And I had a stroke. And
Wow.
yeah. So
Wow. Wow.
that's
Wow.
that really set me back. They end up putting a pacemaker in me, and
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Wow.
So it's
yeah,
that same, like Al, how I always said when I had my heart attack, and I was like, not me. And it sounds so similar to him. He's
Yeah.
healthy, he takes care of himself, he eats right. So it makes you question, like, how does it happen to me?
Hmm.
right.
But
How did that happen?
we're the healthy is up, we're not exempt from it. So
No,
it's,
you're
I
Right.
not.
think, the difference between living and dying though. And that's what I had to understand. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand why I was as healthy as I was having a heart attack, but then in the after, it's like I'm still here. And that's why, because of me being so conscious of my health and taking care of myself. And it's the same with David, the same thing.
And that's a good point, because the doctor told me, he said, man, if you wasn't as healthy as you if you wasn't healthy as you are, you probably would have died. I'm like, really? He said, yeah. He said, you got some strong muscles and strong tissues. And so, I got depressed for a while, and I wouldn't talk to anybody, wouldn't answer no phone calls. I was just trying to figure me out and say, why me? Why me? And so when I got back out here on the road, I said to myself, if it can happen to me and I'm in good shape, how many people out here in bad shape? They just rolling down the road, waiting to have a heart attack or a stroke. And I tell a lot of people sometimes that you see trucks flipped over or truck accidents, it don't always be because the trucker is a bad driver or somebody cut him off or he went to sleep. These guys be having heart attacks and strokes out here on this road and dying behind the wheel as they drive it.
That's what happened to my dad. He had he drove trucks, and he had an accident between Houston and Dallas and was killed instantly. He had a heart attack, died instantly.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that, Yvette. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see it all the time. You see it all the time. I mean, it's a lot, being a trucker. But man, I'm so glad that you're the person that, you set an example how a truck driver needs to be.
Definitely.
You definitely set an example now.
When I invented the Absolute Abs Plus multi-joint fitness bench, and got it patented, a lot of people would say, well, why don't you take it to one of these companies and hey, they're gonna pay you, they're gonna do all the promoting, they're gonna make the bench for you. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Because when you look at all the fitness equipment, it's either made by the Chinese or the white man has a patent on the products. I'm not racist or nothing like that. I'm not saying it like that. However, I just want to be the black man that have a patent on a piece of fitness equipment, not a DVD, dance steps, or exercise. No, a physical piece of equipment that belong in the gym, that belong in someone's house, that people look at it and I could see it visually and say, that came from us. That came from me. I invented that.
Yeah.
So do you make your machine? Do you make these yourself, or do you have a manufacturer that does it for you?
I don't have a manufacturer yet. I'm still looking in for an investor. I had an investor last year, and she was out of California. She owned a lot of hair salons and property, and she was investing with me. Me and her drew up the contract and everything. So she got dementia. Once she found out she got dementia, it went all downhill. So now she kind of in a vegetative state. So I've been patiently taking my time looking for another investor who believe not only in me, but believe in that bench, believe what that bench could do. So I got people in Mexico, they want to make 1,000 benches for us for $60,000. And so I have a promoter and a snapper boxer. He in Las Vegas, and he me and him want to get together and team up, and he want to put the money up to get the benches made, redesign the website, and start selling them. He one of the big promoters out there in Las Vegas. And I told him, man, we get 1,000 benches made to start off with. We gotta sell them for $340. That's $340,000. I mean, it just needs to be promoted right. I'm not the right person to really promote it to the general public. I need an athlete, a star, somebody who can put their thumb of approval on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why when I'm in Vegas, I always go to Mayweather Gym, hoping I can run into him and tell him, look, man, you're either going to knock me out or you're going to listen to me. Either one, I don't care,
Because you're going to get publicity on one of them.
Either one of them, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you got the idea from watching him. So it makes sense.
He inspired me.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So I know one time I seen you, you had loaded up a lot of them in the back of your SUV. You picked them up. So did you have somebody that weld them, put them together, and then I know you assembly them at your house because I seen you
Right,
doing that at your house. Yeah,
right. So I have
yeah.
a friend of mine. Uh, I buy the metal and have the metal company cut every piece for us. I pay a little extra, but they cut every piece precision.
I
Mm-hmm.
got
And then me and my friend, we made a jig.
Mm-hmm.
We took a big piece of metal, made a jig, so every bench will come out perfect. Every bench will
you.
come out uniform, period. And that's what I wanted. I don't want to send a bench out that is 6 inches further from the
Mm-hmm.
front where it's supposed to be. I want everything uniform. So once we
Yeah.
did that, and then I just pay him. I bought a couple of sheds, so he got a couple of connexes to store everything in there.
Oh,
I
okay.
bought him a couple of welders, and he put the welders in there, and so he just do it himself. He a retired welder,
Okay.
so even I'm giving back to the community that way too, because he
Yeah,
retired.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. And also people, when you get the bench is very light. So it's nothing that you have to worry about struggling to carry and put in your car. It's very light. How much you say it weigh, the bench?
That
25
bench weigh
pounds?
that
25?
bench weigh 25 pounds. You can pick it up with
Wow.
two fingers,
Mm.
Yes, yes, yeah. So
and
that's not,
It's store easy because you can fold it up.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
When I first made the bench, it didn't fold, and I
Mm.
had to find a better way to ship it because shipping was killing me. And
Yes.
the
yeah,
man at the post office told me it's too long. 50 inches and longer is going to cost more. He said, this is 50 inches. He said, but if you can find a way to fold it
Collapse it.
or
Okay.
send it in two pieces, I'm like, no, I don't want to send it in two pieces. I want it together. When somebody get it, they go and get a
Mhm.
yoga mat, resistant bands, and they open it up, put the
Wow.
bar on there, and get to work. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
yeah,
want it. I don't want no assembly.
Yes.
None.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Wow,
great.
wow.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. Let me ask you a question. How can people check out your bench? You know, give them your web page, like your Instagram, your Facebook, and also your email address so they can reach out to you. And I guess you can tell them the price too of the bench.
They can go to my website is www.absoluteabsplus.com. You can check out the different videos we have. We can check out the different benches. You can order there. We have a sizzle program set up, so you can buy the bench and sizzle will pay for it, and you just pay sizzle and payments. Um,
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we had that set up. You can find me on Instagram at Absolute Abs Plus Fitness Bench. That's Absolute Abs Plus Fitness Bench. And any video you go through on there is fire. You know what I'm saying? From the truck stop to the boxing ring to We Buy Black in Atlanta when I won. That's how that check is there. That $10,000 check. I won a competition in Atlanta.
Oh, I seen that.
Wow.
Right, right,
Yeah, I'm like, look at him, man. He out there
right,
balling.
right. You can find me on
Wow.
YouTube,
Yeah.
at Absolute Abs Plus. You'll find my infomercial on there and a lot of videos I do with truck drivers at the truck stops and some of my fighters. My website is absolute at gmail.com. That's abs absolute at gmail.com. Abs absolute.
Abs.
And also,
Yeah.
I through the week I'll be posting it too. I'll be posting photos of him and the bench and his website and stuff like that people want to get it. You definitely want to check it out. Also, he has a lot of different colors too. It's not just one color.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Right.
yeah.
And
And I
eventually,
personalize.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and eventually to all of our listeners, your girl may be demoing one real soon.
Yes.
So if
She
you're
will.
in the Houston, Katy area and you ever want to try it out, hit me up and then I
Yeah.
can meet you. We'll try it out together and
Mhm.
then you can go ahead and make your purchase.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. I'm definitely gonna send one. When I get back, I want to go see my guy and have him put Silver Fox Fitness on there, stitch it on there for you with my logo, and put the bench together for you and ship it to you. Or we got guys. I got a guy that work out of Houston,
Okay.
so I might even have him bring it down there. He lived down there, so If not, I
Okay.
just send it to you. Send you some of my t-shirts, hats, and stuff. And
Gotcha.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Awesome.
And like I tell everybody that also that's into fitness, want to promote, have something they doing in the business, you can promote much as you want on this web page on Silver
Definitely.
Fox Fitness. Promote as much as possible. Don't worry about it. Anytime, any day, go ahead and promote your business. It's all
Yes.
about us helping each other out, growing together.
right.
Yeah, definitely. Well, David, it's been nice. Eve, how can they reach you, Miss Personal Trainer out there in Katy, Texas?
Yes, you guys know
Uh,
on Facebook, I'm Jazzy_1 Fitness, and on Instagram, what is it? Jazzy_1 Fitness_IFBB Pro. And then I have my regular Facebook page. It's just my name, Yvette Smith, and you can reach me on either of those 3 channels.
Okay. Also, Silver Fox Fitness, you
please
can
send me
reach there if
that.
you want one of these.
I'm sorry. Please send me your social media
Oh,
platform,
will.
Yvette.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
I will.
yeah. And also, Silver Fox Fitness, you want one of these Silver Fox Fitness t-shirts, you can go to silverfoxfitnessclub.com. On the Fox, it's 2X, not 1. So
Yes.
silverfoxfitnessclub.com. And let's see, Yvette, show that red shirt you got there. That
Oh,
red,
I got
yeah,
you
she got the red.
one.
Yeah, she got the red one. I'm just rolled that one out right there. That's that red one. Yeah.
Y'all see it?
So
And
yeah.
it fits so good, guys. It's really soft. It's not the hard cotton.
No,
I
it's
have
not that hard cotton.
I have a small 34, 36 on, which when I saw it, I thought, oh my God, it's going to be too big, but it fits so good. And so the small fits me really well. So
So
anybody around my size, you don't want to go larger or anything because this is a very comfortable shirt. And if the material is awesome.
yeah, there's not that 100% cotton. So you ain't
It
got to worry
feels
about when
so
you.
good. It's a dry fit, so it
Yeah,
stretches a little bit, but
yeah,
it's so comfortable, guys.
yeah. So
So
you
you
ain't got to
might
worry
want to
about.
invest in this one, guys.
Definitely, definitely. So you ain't got to worry about wearing one of them shirts, and as soon as you put it in the washing machine, it come out 3 size smaller.
No, it doesn't
Right,
even
right.
it doesn't collect a lot of lint. A lot of the
Yeah,
shirts pick up a lot of lint. It doesn't either. So
yeah.
great
All right.
choice.
All right, so it's another episode right here. This is episode 18. Yvette,
Yeah.
we putting them down. Episode 18. David, I appreciate you, sir, and we're definitely gonna bring you back on again. Let you talk about your progress, see how everything going, and we're gonna have to we got to get you to sell some more of these benches. So we're gonna keep on
Yes.
pushing it, man. We're
I'll
gonna
push
keep
Well,
pushing it, man.
one thing about it, when I find the investor,
Mhm.
I'm getting out this truck. When I find the right investor, I just don't want
Right.
any investor. I just don't want somebody
You want the
money.
right one. Want the right
I
fit.
want the right
Yes.
investor. Right.
Yeah, got
And
you, got you.
I appreciate you guys having me on. I know
Oh,
I missed the
definitely.
last time. I was busy. Hey man, but I love what you guys doing, and I'm gonna send you some of my gear, and I'm gonna make sure I get some of your gear, and
Mhm.
yeah, I'm
Yes.
promoting too.
Got
I'm
you,
with
got you, man.
Awesome.
Man,
And be
definitely,
safe
man.
out there. We really appreciate you taking the time to come with us tonight.
Yeah,
I
definitely, definitely,
appreciate
man.
you guys having me, really.
Definitely. All right, and folks, you can check us out next Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, Silver Fox Fitness Club show. And hey, we rock and roll. We always bringing out information. We hey,
Yeah.
this was about helping out the people, man. That feel like they don't want to work out, or they feel like they too old. Hey, cut that. It's
Yes.
hey, yeah,
We
that's
Look
need
at the
no,
top
motivate.
10.
yeah.
Look at
You
the
got
top 10 health problems for truck drivers. They want to
yes,
motivate.
Yes.
yeah,
Top 10
yeah.
health problems. Google it.
Yep. You got a 53 right here. You got a 54, and you got a 61
Yes.
And
right there.
counting. And
And
counting.
counting. And
And
counting.
counting. And counting.
Exactly. Hey, I'm trying to get in my goals to get up in my late 80s.
Oh,
90s would be
wow.
great, but hey, I'm striving. And I say in my 80s because usually in my family the males usually kind of expire like in their 70s. So I'm pushing to
Yeah.
get in my
Right.
80s. So that's my goal. All right, David.
Right.
Hey, I appreciate it, brother. And
All right.
we will talk again, man. I'm gonna keep in touch with
Yes,
you, man. We're
definitely.
gonna talk some more
All
stuff
right.
like that. Miss
God
Betty,
bless everybody.
Miss Betty just posted she's 67. Hey,
67.
67 and
Yeah. And
still look
counting.
young and
And
counting.
counting.
And
She's
counting,
67
Miss
and
Betty.
counting.
All right,
I
folks.
want to keep count. All right. Till
All right,
next time. God bless you guys. All right.
You
all
too,
right.
David.
Later.
Take care.
Peace.